But when that one day when Brother Miller read this, it was kind of hard. I was like, the flesh profited nothing. All this time I've been working hard to do these things. All this time I've been working hard to keep good grades, working hard outwardly, you know, to keep up this appearance of being nice, of never hating anybody, of never, you know, of never just doing anything wrong at all outwardly, because inwardly I was a mess. But all this time that I've worked so hard to, you know, keep these things up, and then just to see when I start to understand this, that profit me nothing at all. It really hurt my feelings. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do then? Because all my life, that's what it was based on. And that's the only thing that I knew. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do? And it brought me, again, listening to those thoughts from hell, it brought me into a state of confusion again. I'm like, okay, so, what can I do now? Like, so I felt myself searching more outwardly for something else to do that will fulfill what was my own lust. And I searched and I searched, and I was like, I can't find nothing, so I guess I'll try this, you know, I guess I'll try. I'm serious. I'm like, I got it, because I had nowhere else to turn. I was at a point where I was confused. I was beginning to be depressed. I was beginning to just shut myself in. Like, I could be sitting in a service but not be there. You know, I could be sitting in class but not actually be there. And so I'm like, I have nowhere else to turn. So I would pray to the Lord, even though at the time, still the early parts of coming into the teachings, I still didn't know who he was. But at the time, I'm like, this has to work. Because if this does not work, then there's no point of me being here. So I'm like, I'm going to give it a shot, Lord. I'm going to give it a shot. And I thank the Lord. I really do thank the Lord that I did. Because now I can see that this is spirit and this is life. And everything that I live before I came into the teaching, everything that I have received from the word that was not rightfully divided, it meant nothing to me. It meant nothing. It was only hurting me. It was only hurting me because I couldn't understand it. It wasn't rightfully divided. So I thank the Lord for, you know, being born in the seasons where I was able to receive the teaching. I'm young, I'm black. You know, I was like, I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? You don't see, you know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of people black doing what I'm doing and got a good head on their shoulders. So I was it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that I was it because of everything on the outside made me who I was. But people didn't know that, how I was when I got home. You know, how I felt alone, how I was there by myself. But I looked at his life, and he was the only one that I seen that was telling you to do one thing, and he was doing it himself consistently. You know what I'm saying? You see, anybody can say, oh, you should do this and you should do that, and then you'll see them turn around and do the same thing they told you not to do. But to see somebody tell you not to do it, and then themselves not do it, and fight not to do it, and you see them constantly never doing these things that they're telling you not to do, it's like, wow, you actually can do right. I actually can do good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that it was possible. I thought that I didn't think there was a church in the earth. I didn't think that there were real people of God. I felt like everybody was just fake. We could just come to church and do what we wanted to do because that's what went on. We would go to clubs and go to the church. It was the cycle. It was the normal for me. That's what we thought was life. But until I came here, reality set in. And I learned that I was not living. I learned that I had to examine myself and see, Brandon, you chose to go out and steal. You chose to go out and sleep around. You chose to drink. You chose to smoke. You chose to do those things. And then to hear that God said that, I'm not mad at you though. So to see these things in the Word opened up, to see a pastor who's actually living the Word, to see my church family growing. When I remember where we all came from, you know what I'm saying? We didn't always sit and get along. We used to go back and forth constantly. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of ones don't know that. It was a fight to get to where we are now. It was a press to get to her. And I thank God that everybody's still here. That's a blessing. We're still here. You know what I'm saying? And we fought to get here. And I thank God for it.
giving us the strength to continue to fight, to continue to go forth, because there's more people coming into the church. The church is finally starting to grow closer and closer together. The Lord and the presence of God is so powerful here. You would just have to come to experience it for yourself. But that's pretty much my testimony. I thank the Lord.